People, welcome to another edition of that thing that's happening frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard. With me, Big Jim. I'm flying solo, and Ninja Boy is at school. And why are we doing WWE SuperCard on a Monday rather than our regular Tuesday slot? Well, there's two reasons really. Firstly, tomorrow evening, myself and Ninja Boy are off to West Ham. It's West Ham v Manchester United. It's the final game at Upton Park. We're going to be zooming over there straight after he's finished school, pottering around the stadium, saying our goodbyes, seeing some old friends, seeing some old faces, watch the game, hopefully win the game. It's the final one after all. There's a bit of a show going on afterwards as well, so there's going to be no time for WWE SuperCard videos. But the second reason why doing one right now is a good idea is I finished my WrestleMania King of the Ring at the same time as getting Shinsuke Nakamura added to the original Shinsuke Nakamura from the last event. So I have now got him to Pro. Have a look at my cards. Mr. Neville is now fully done. He may not be in action in the real world, but he's flying around now in the name of the BLD Army. And then, as you can see, you've got there's Nakamura 1, who is done, fully powered, and then Nakamura 2, who I picked up yesterday evening, who I have got to work on yet. So there's that, and then, as I mentioned, WrestleMania King of the Ring. Now, this was quite a nice King of the Ring. Some good people in there. If we just go into the chat, that's what I was after, the chat. I want a bit of chat. If we have a look, there is JG. Thank you, JG, for all your kind comments. Thanks very much for taking time to pass on your positive feedback. And you too, Ryan. And also Abdul Aziz, who I think he's new. I think he started watching our videos because of the chat that was going on here. And good to have you on board as well, Abdul Aziz. And I actually played him in the semi-final. If we have a look at the contenders bracket, I breezed through the quarter-final 5-0, 5-0. That was just an absolute walk in the park. And McToast was the ladder winner, and I was second. Now, Abdul Aziz, they were close matches. I just had the edge. Just had the important on this day, which got me through to the final. And then McToast himself. I lost the first one, and then won the second two, as you can see, to get to the final. And let's just have a look at that. That looked nice. Sitting on the throne. Right, now then, let's have a look what cards we want. Survivor-wise, I really don't mind now because I've got 4 Survivor Pro Divas. So apart from perhaps getting Nikki or Brie, which I don't have as part of that Survivor setup, I'm not really that fussed about Survivor cards. In terms of WrestleManias, look, just need a pro. Just want a pro. And apparently in the Team Ring Dummy Dim Dum that's coming up, Kalisto is going to be the WrestleMania card, which I also don't have. I do have AJ Styles to pro here, by the way, as I'm sure a lot of you do. Anyway, look, this is the motley bunch, the motley crew of WrestleMania cards that I've got right now. And let's see if we can get a pro on this little collection. Right, he says, here in the microphone. Right, claim reward. Here we go. Oh, I don't know about this. Not sure about this. Come on. It's Dean Ambrose, okay? It's a good card. I don't mind Dean Ambrose. It's yet again, it's not a pro. I just think they made too many WrestleMania cards at once. Perhaps if they'd done like an original burst and then held back like a second wave. They never think about doing that, do they? There was like, oh, here's the new tier and here's everything. Because obviously Apollo Crews was just released the other week, so why don't they just hold a few back perhaps? Hey look, Dino's joined the squad. Good to have you, Dino. And it's a Dean Ambrose double! It's a Dino double! There's lunatic fringes going off everywhere! I shall just take a little picture of that, little screen grab. There we go. Right then, I think I've better have a look at what I'm going to do exhibition-wise. I did have a team lined up. This will give me strength. This will help power up Nakamura and AJ. I suppose what I should look at doing is chucking in Dino as well now. Let's just see what would happen if we put him in there with absolutely no power whatsoever. Right, there we go. Still in WrestleMania tier comfortably. So, not a great deck in terms of the arrows, but in terms of powering up, it doesn't matter about winning the matches. You just want to get your people powered up. So that's probably what I'll do there. Now let's have a look at the team event. Team event, as I mentioned, I gather that the WrestleMania card is Kalisto. Now, I think I'm going to change my mind on the exhibition deck. I think what I'm going to do is take out Dean Ambrose, because I have got a few people who aren't fully powered up, who are close to being powered up. I'll just make it a bit more arrow friendly in terms of how they all line up. So, Sami Zayn's done, Roman's done, that AJ's done, Undertaker I think he's done. Let's just have a look. No, he's not. Okay, well let's have Undertaker, because then he'll match with AJ. And do I leave in Andre or take Andre out? Let's see what happens if we take Andre out. Let's swap him out and put in Jericho's done, I'm sure, as Xavier. Bray Wyatt may not be fully done. Oh, he's close. Look at that. Look at that. About 3 matches away. How does that do us? Oh, it's taking us into Survivor. Oh well, it's wishful thinking. Right, we'll put Andre back in. Just do a few little exhibition matches. And of course, you do get to see that little beauty. That little WrestleMania trash can, which is new to the collection. Now, I picked him out, or it. I suppose it's a him. I picked it out the day before the Road to Glory started. And the day after, I actually got, who I'm sure you'll recognise, even with my bad impersonation, was Big Tatus and the Clash of the Tatus. Not the greatest of cards, that's Apollo Crews. Not the greatest of cards, Titus, he's back again. That's because I did that. But WrestleMania cards are WrestleMania cards, and another chance to get you closer to a pro. Well, you've got to take it. You're not going to turn them down at this stage, are you? Anyway, exhibition. Let's just do a few matches just to get me underway with some of these characters and some of these cards. Don't freeze on me. So, yeah, a busy sporting weekend actually. The Road to Glory. I was away all day Thursday. I was out of London on Thursday, and so was pretty pleased to get a few hours in on Friday when I was at home. Then Saturday, myself and Ninja Boy were at the football again. We were at West Ham Swansea, and we were out till early evening. So I really didn't think that with the time allotted, and Sunday I had an article to write that had to be filed for Monday morning, first thing this morning. So I really didn't think I was going to have the time to get all the way through to Shinsuke Nakamura himself, but I did, so I'm pleased with that. It's also difficult telling yourself not to worry about the results on these exhibition matches, because the result's not important, it's powering up the cards that's important. Having said that, if you do pick up a win, it's a bit nicer, because it doesn't make your record look so bad. Right, let's pick out what we've got from here. Close to a reset actually, that's quite nice to see. Though obviously, having picked up a WrestleMania trash can and Big Titus on Wednesday and Thursday, I'm really not expecting to pull another legendary... legendary? Legendary was months ago, Big Jim. What are you playing at? Another WrestleMania card. Legendary performance from Big Jim. Right, let's put in the big man. The big man. How did you get on with Road to Glory in terms of points? When did you hit the wall? I was finding trouble about 150 points in to the final card, so with 100 points to go. I'd been doing some 6-pointers basically all the way through, and then hit a sticky patch. I had to jump down to 2-pointers for a little while, but then I was able to come back and do some 6-pointers again, as long as you chose them carefully. I was finding if you were picking people who played about 25,000 matches, this is probably only relevant to my own account, but if I was playing someone who played about 25,000 matches, not fewer, not later, about 25k, then I had a good chance of beating them. If they'd played something like 12,000 matches, you'd find that they'd bought a load of WrestleMania cards and had a load of WrestleMania pros in their deck. And if they'd played about 40,000 matches, then equally they'd earned enough cards to have a pretty stinging deck. So that was the level that I found. It's always worth experimenting. When you've had to go down the points levels, it's always just worth experimenting now and again. If you see, if you like the look of someone who's in the high points category and you just fancy taking them on, it's worth your while because you find a kind of level. No, we're not watching the ads. You find a kind of level that that suits you. So I'm pleased to say from about 180 onwards, I didn't use 2-point matches. I was using 6-point matches all the way along. Albeit, obviously I'm saying 6-point matches because I'd got some doublers in. But I have to say, it did take an awful lot of look at opponents, no, go back, come back in, look at opponents, no, go out, come back in. So some of you may just prefer to chisel away on the 2-pointers. To each their own! To each their own. I am not your keeper. I am merely here to offer advice and a friendly smile and a load of nonsense to help you get through the day. Right, Diva Tag Team. I'm not really playing any Magic, aren't they? Not really playing any support cards here. I'm just really tapping through what I'm doing. I'm not that fussed about winning, to be honest. Just trying to get through. Now we do have, of course, team ringing ding dong this evening, and one of our team needs a break, and I don't blame him at all. And that is for me still one of the criticisms, I guess, of the game is there's just a bit too much of it right now. We need more of a gap. You need a couple of days between all these events. You can't just keep grinding through day in, day out at the expense of everything else. Because we have noticed, both Ninja Boy and myself, well, there's two things actually. I've noticed I'm struggling to keep up with some other games because this is taking so much time. On the other side of things, Ninja Boy's actually been spending less time recently playing SuperCard because he enjoys playing some of those other games and he's not prepared to sacrifice time with 3 or 4 games just to devote them all to one game. That may be something that Cat Daddy needs to consider. You don't want to alienate your audience by being too demanding. But still, that's what happens. What happens in the big bad world of mobile gaming. Right, a little 3-0 win just to finish off with. Just see if there's anything worth smiling at here. Well, actually, if I don't get the deck reset, I suppose I better go to the deck reset. Oh, there you go. Natalia. Bray Wyatt. Right, there we go. Just a quick episode then, just to say hello and let you know that I was picking up a new WrestleMania card and that King of the Ring was going well and that life is going swimmingly and that we love you for following us and subscribing and liking and everything, and commenting everything that you do down below. Don't forget you can also follow us on Twitter at BadLadDad and on Facebook and on Instagram. And until we see you next time, stay cool.